7th grade. Woo! Lesson number 2, your favorite. We're gonna learn about fractions today. And my guest star is the one and only Miss Strube.
What up?
Woo! Yay! So, Miss Strube, just to start off, one question from middle school. What was the most devastating thing that ever happened to you in 7th grade?
Well, I know I've told some of you this already, but when I was in 7th grade, I was in a very serious relationship with a 7th grader named Calder. And I bought him a Valentine-gram for Valentine's Day because I was in love with him. And he ended up dumping me by putting a note in my locker, and it was the class period right before the candy-grams were delivered. So he received my Valentine after he'd broken up with me, and that was pretty humiliating, and I'm still upset about it.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Travesty.
I know.
Still broken up to this day, because everybody,
Yeah,
you know, stays in love with their 7th grade crush, obviously.
It's very true.
Obviously. All right, so now we are on to lesson 2, 7.3b, applying or extending our previous understanding of fraction operations. So we're going to start with the more difficult one, adding, subtracting fractions, but we have 2 methods. We have 2 ways that we can solve this same sort of thing. Let's start with common denominator. So we're going to find the common denominator for 8 and for 4. So Miss Strube, what can both 4 go into and 8 go into? What do they have in common? 8. Very good.
That's the least common denominator.
It is. Woo! I prefer the least because that makes it easier later on. How many times, Miss Strube, can 4 go inside of 8?
8 divided by 4 is 2.
Good, so it goes in 2 times. 2 times. We need to make an equal fraction, so we're going to multiply the top and bottom by 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is
6.
Yay!
I am so smart.
How many times does 8 go into 8?
8 divided by 8 is 1.
1, so you're kind of multiplying the top and bottom by 1, but what is anything times 1?
Itself.
Perfect. Now that we have equal pieces on the bottom or a common denominator, we can just add or subtract our numerators. 5 plus 6 gives us
12. I'm just kidding, 11.
Good, I'm glad you know how to add 5 plus 6. This is an improper fraction. It is top heavy. 11 is bigger than 8, so we're going to go top in, bottom out. 8 goes into 11. 1 whole time. Subtract and don't keep going. We're done. We're going to put the leftovers over our divisor. So 1 and 3/8. All right, let's go ahead and check out the butterfly method. I know some of you guys like common denominator, but a lot of you like butterfly. Here I have 1/3 plus 1 and 2/5. Let's go ahead and do some Texas method on here to make it improper first. So 1 times 5 plus 2 gives us 7 over 5. Now it's time to make our butterfly. Here we got the butterfly wings, the butterfly booty, and we got the butterfly antenna. Bring the operation to the top. Okay, everything's all set up, and just like before, we needed to multiply. We're going to multiply through the wings and the bottom. So 1 times 5 is
5.
Good. Now let's do 3 times 7.
21.
Good. And now the bottom, or the little booty, 3 times 5.
15.
Good. So we're going to take our 5 plus 21 and put it over 15. Now add straight across. We got 5 plus 21 is
26.
good. Over 15. Is this proper or improper?
Improper.
Good. It's top heavy. So let's go top in, bottom out. 15 goes into 26 1 time. We subtract, put the leftovers over our divisor. So 1 and 11 over 15. Did you know we just did the hardest part of fractions already, Miss Struby?
What?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, right?
That was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So now we're on to dividing fractions. To divide, first let's make these improper. We're going to do some Texas. Texas, although the X's always come first, which is kind of confusing. So 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1. We have 3 over 2. I'm going to write divided by 2 times 3 is 6, 7, 8 over 3. Okay, so now we've got improper fractions. To divide, we'd actually never divide fractions. It's kind of weird. We're going to keep, flip, flop.
Oh.
Keep, flip, flop. So we're going to keep the first fraction the same. Flip, divide to multiply. And flop over our second fraction. Now we can multiply straight across. And Struby, 3 times 3 is?
9.
And 3 times 8?
24.
All right, is there anything that goes into both 3 and 24?
3.
3 goes into 24 how many times?
8.
And then 3 goes into 9 how many times?
3.
Did you notice I made a mistake?
Yes.
Where?
And the keep.
Yeah, what, how did I get a 3 there all of a sudden? Can't believe we went this far with that mistake. So let's go ahead and redo. 3 times 3 is 9, and then 2 times 8 is 16. Can we simplify that one? No, nothing goes into 3 and 16 even. Or sorry, 9 and 16 even. All right, we're done with that one. Wow, I wonder if you guys on the video caught faster than me and Miss Struby did. I bet you did.
Oops.
You guys are much better at catching my mistakes. All right, last one, the easiest left. We get to multiply. Do you remember how to multiply fractions?
I remember a song, multiplying fractions. I don't remember any of the
So
words.
you kind of remember the song.
Teach me how to Dougie, Miss Hyman.
Well, so a lot of people, because we get to do this, and we have like common denominator or butterfly, like look at all that work. Or we get here, we're like, oh, we got a keep or a flip or flop. And then they get to multiply, and people just forget it
Bottom and
is
the bottom.
so easy.
Yes.
We don't do anything except for just multiply straight across.
Yes.
These are my favorite, the least work. So 7 times 5
35.
and 8 times 6.
6 times 8 is 48.
Anything go into 35 and 48?
No.
Nope. We're done. All right. Just so we have them ready to go for our practice, make sure that we are writing down some adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing words. You can pause the video and write down some of the ones I came up with, or you can come up with some of your own. But right now you're going to make sure you have adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing keywords. And you're going to go on to the you try. The you try is going to be the next page. You need you try. You need 4 problems that you will decide if they go in multiply, divide, add, or subtract. And you're going to need a pair of scissors to cut them out and place them where they belong. Now is for the fun time. Pause, 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 pause the video. Okay, you're all done? You did the you try? I bet you did an amazing job. Let's go ahead and make sure we check our work. And if you can't see all these, you know what? You can even check your work on the yellow answer key, but I'm going to leave it here. Adding, subtracting. You can pause to check. Multiply, divide. You can pause to check your work. You are done with pretty much the hardest lesson of all of 7th grade review, and you did so great. You're on to practice. When you're done with practice, you're gonna take your quiz. Good luck, you guys.
You've got this. You've got this.
Droopy believes in you.
Woo!